The new online warning says ISIS now has jihadists in 15 states, and they are preparing for attacks in America.
The warning comes as investigators look at links between ISIS and the terrorist attack in Texas Sunday night. Ephraim Graham has the story.
ISIS is not backing down from its boastful claims it's behind the attack on the Muhammad cartoon competition in Garland, Texas, carried out by Phoenix roommates Elton Simpson and Nadir Sufi. An online warning now says the attack by the Islamic State in America is only the beginning. And it goes on to say ISIS has stationed 71 trained soldiers in 15 different states, ready at our word to attack any target we desire. Of the 15 states, 5 we will name: Virginia, Maryland, Illinois, California, and Michigan. U.S. officials are looking into ISIS claims it was involved in the attack in Texas. The White House has also warned ISIS is using the internet to attract possible radicals, including right here in the U.S.
What we do know is we know that there are extremists around the globe, including some who are affiliated with ISIL, who are trying to capitalize on the opportunity that's presented by social media to try to communicate with individuals around the world, including inside the United States.
That said, agents are looking for a mysterious American who may have been a middleman or a recruiter in the Texas attack. Mohammed Hassan, known online as Miski, is from Minneapolis, and he's been a fugitive since 2008 when he joined terror groups in Africa. And the State Department is now also offering multi-million-dollar rewards for anyone who has information on 4 key ISIS leaders. Ephraim Graham, CBN News.
Let's take a look at the tweet that the 2 shooters put out right before their attack. And it just gives you a chill when you understand the Arabic behind this. Now, it's got some unusual things, the bro with me, and it's got a hashtag in it. But when you look at the Arabic on here, the Baha'i to Amirul Mu'minin, that is a specific thing that they're doing. He is saying on Baha'i, I pledge allegiance to the Caliph. And it's not, the Arabic word isn't the Caliph, it's the leader of the faithful. And that pledge allegiance is literally, it's a commercial term. It means I'm sold out to him. I have sold myself to him in exchange for his spiritual blessing. It's a transfer where if I give allegiance, I obey what he instructs me to do, then he will give me a spiritual blessing. Then the next one, may Allah accept us as mujahideen. It's a jihadist. May this act allow us to enter into Allah's presence, that our act of jihad here would be honored by him. And then it concludes, make dua, and then the hashtag Texas attack. Dua is it can translate in English as prayer, but it's one of the deep supplications in the Islam religion, and it means call out, it means summon. And so he's saying in this tweet, my act here in the Texas attack is a prayer. This is a supplication to my God. When we understand, we've got to get to the point where we understand this is a fundamental tenet of their religious belief. This isn't some crazed group who's gone insane. What this is they're saying, we pledge allegiance to the Caliph, to ISIS. We will obey their every instruction. And our act of terror is a prayer. It's a supplication to Allah. And we encourage others. We're calling out others to do the same thing. That's what we're facing here, and we need to wake up to it. We don't need to diminish it. This is fundamental to their belief process. And until we address it on those terms, that these beliefs are wrong, and they're in error, and we get to the war of ideas that we need to engage in to stop this kind of thing, we're going to see multiple attacks. They're claiming cells in 15 states. They're claiming soldiers, jihadists in 15 states. We need to wake up to this, because this is not this is not isolated. It's not some splinter group. They're claiming we have authority over all Muslims in the entire world. Well, in other news, a familiar face has joined the Republican presidential field. John Jessup has that story from our CBN News Bureau in Washington. John?
That's right, Gordon. Mike Huckabee placed second in 2008, and his advisors say he has more money this time around to help his campaign make an even greater impact. David Brody spoke with the former governor about his plans.
Mike Huckabee chose a familiar Arkansas location for his presidential announcement that carries a message for his campaign: hope.
But here in this small town called Hope, I was raised to believe that where a person started didn't mean that's where he had to stop. I always believed that a kid could go from hope to higher ground.
Huckabee, who did well with evangelical voters in 2008, will emphasize a broader populist message this time around. Recently, polling shows his likability ratings are through the roof.
It's good news. It means that people believe that they can trust you, that you say what you mean and you mean what you say. And in this day in politics, I believe this is the most important commodity of all.
Another quality he will need is to show he's tough enough to fight the war on terror. In an attempt to head off that concern, he's striking with ads like this one, comparing radical Islam to a rattlesnake.
You take their heads off with a .410 shotgun or a hoe before they bite you.
When we look at something that is inherently evil, like radical jihadism, let's quit kidding ourselves and pretending that we're going to have some negotiated settlement, because we're not. They believe that they're here on earth to kill every last one of us in the name of God.
God bless you.
Team Huckabee is hoping a combination of tough talk with a down-home nature will be the winning ticket in 2016. David Brody, CBN News.
Thanks, David. That death toll from the massive earthquake in Nepal is now above 7,600 and still climbing. More than 14,000 people were injured, and thousands are still missing. Thousands more are homeless after the quake destroyed or devastated more than 350,000 homes. CBN disaster relief teams have been on the scene since last week, providing humanitarian aid and medical help for people in need. And Gordon, of course, our thoughts and prayers go to the people of Nepal.
Yes, and we want to be there with more than just thoughts and prayers. We want to be there with tangible help in their time of need. And if you're a member of the 700 Club, thank you, because you're helping provide that need.